Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 premiere episode 1 called Who Gonna Check My Boo. It started off with Sheree at her house, and then the doorbell rings, and then after the doorbell rings, it's her new boyfriend, Martell from the house from the Real Housewives of I mean from Love and Marriage Atlanta, something Love and Marriage Huntsville. Anyway, I really don't watch the show. That's why I don't know too much about it or the name, but I've heard of the show before. But anyway, her and Martell get ready to sit down. He talking about, ooh, she look good, she look fine, she look great. Asked her, had she been working out? She said, yes, she had been working out. And she said, yeah, Kandi called you a clout chaser, and Kandi said that you're an opportunist. He said, I don't even know Kandi like that, but why Kandi talking about me? He said, if anybody's an opportunist, it's her husband. Her husband is the one that's an opportunist. And I was saying, wow, these people, when they get mad at Kandi, they want to come at Tar. But anyway, she said, well, that's what she said about her. He said, but now her husband's an opportunist. Then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Kandi, Don Juan, and Carmen at the studio, and they were talking. And then so Kandi said, "Oh, it's been a long time since we've been together." The Kandi coded click, and then so Korean Carmen said, that's her name, Carmen. Carmen said, yeah, Kandi, you know, we've been around here busy, and I've been real busy and stuff. And then Don Juan interjected and said, now, Kandi got some new friends now. She ain't worried about you, Carmen. And then Kandi said, Don Juan, you really want to go there, Don Juan? And Don Juan looked kind of funny, looked kind of sad. And she said, well, what's going on with the business? What's going on with the business? I want to know about the business. And then Don Juan said, well, Kandi, everything going all right with the restaurants and everything. He said, but you did say something about you want to start it back up Kandi Coated Nights. She said, yeah, I want to start back up Kandi Coated Nights. He said, but this time we got to do it right. She said, we know we're going to do it right. He said, now we got to have everything organized, everything together before we start Kandi Coated Nights again. She said, oh, okay. And then and she said, oh, okay. And then so Montel and Kenya walked in, and then Carmen said, well, I'll talk to you later, Kandi. I got some business I got to take care of. And then Don Juan said, yeah, Kandi, I got some more stuff that I got to take care of too. So they both walked out of the room. And then next thing you know, Montel and Kenya sat down and they got to talking. And Martell asked Kandi. She said, "Kandi, have you seen Sheree since the last show, or since the reunion, since you left?" She said, "Nah, I ain't talking." She said, "Nah, I ain't talked to Sheree in a while. I ain't talked to Sheree in a long time." And then so they said, "Kandi, have you done?" Kandi said, "No, Sheree ain't called me or talked to me either." And then next thing you know, it was Montea said in her confessional that she didn't like the fact that Kandi thought that she was taking up for Marlo, and she was saying that she likes to hear both sides of a story before she make a comment or a judgment on it. And so and so she said that, and then next thing you know, Kenya said, well, what you think about the relationship, Ken? Kenya say, I don't know. I just want the best for Sheree. I just want the best for Sheree. But Sheree picking all these old dudes that's trying to make a come up, that's trying to get a come up. I hope we're just not using, hope we're just not using, using Sheree for a come up or just for clout and stuff like that. And so Kenya say, yeah, Kandi, I heard the same rumors that Montea said she heard, and Montea said, yeah, Kandi, I heard that the streets are talking. I heard that the streets say that Martell was cheating on Sheree while he was dating her. And then Kandi said, and then Kenya say, Kandi, he tried to slide in my DMs. Kandi said, he did. She said, yeah, he did. He tried to slide in my DMs. She said, you know how it goes with DMs, Kandi. She said, if you don't answer them, well, it's not, well, if you, you don't have to answer the person just because they DM you. And you know, I wasn't gonna answer him. I don't know nothing about him. and then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Sonya. The next scene was Sonya going to visit going to visit Sheree at her house, and she rang the doorbell. And then Sheree let her in, and she said, "Oh, how you doing?" She said, "I'm doing all right." She said, "What's going on with you?" She said, "Ooh, I want to get that body like you, Sheree. I want to get that body like you, and get the butt like you too." And then Sheree said, "Well, come on down, son. You can come on down and work out in my gym." So then she said, "Ooh, your house looks so good, so glamorous." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, let's go on down to the gym." So they went on down to her home gym and they worked out a couple of things and stuff. And she was saying, "Well, how's everything going with you?" She said, "Everything going all right with me." But me and my sister, we had a little argument." She said, "Oh, Sonya, hold that thought. Somebody at the door." So she went to the door, and when she opened the door, it was Courtney. And Courtney came in, and Sheree gave the backstory on Courtney. She said her and Courtney met and knew each other because their kids went to the same school, and that's how she knew Courtney and stuff. And then she said something about Courtney is I think Courtney said she was a businesswoman and an entrepreneur and something else she does. But anyway, they got the talking, and she said, let's go down to the gym and meet Sonya." And so Sheree introduced Sonya to Courtney. She said, "Oh, this is Courtney." So she said, "Oh yeah, how you doing?" She said, "We're doing all right. We're just doing a little workout in here and stuff." And then she said, "Ooh, workout." She said, "I'm gonna show y'all I still got it too." And then she started dropping it like it's hot, trying to do a little twerking that Courtney. And then Sheree said, "Ooh, after this long exercise me and Sonya did, I need some protein." So they went back upstairs to the kitchen, and what you call was bringing out some smoothies that she made or whatever, and stuff like that. And so they got to sitting down at the table and they was talking. And while they was talking, Sonya say, "Courtney, you know any other ladies, or have you met any other ladies?" And Courtney said, "No, I haven't met any other ladies." She said, "I heard something about Drew and about Marlo." And then Sonya said, "Well, me and Drew are not cool. Drew is something else." I say, "Girl, you need to stop with this fake beef with Drew. It's not that you're not cool. It's not that Drew is not cool with you. You don't want to be friends with Drew. I wish you stop trying to play this narrative to these other people." But anyway, she said, "Yeah, I got a friend named Dana, and my friend named Dana say that Kandi been asking about me and researching on me and googling me, and I know she's supposed to be worldwide. Why she worried about me? Why she worried about me and stuff?" And she said that Kandi was going around saying that I was her friend, and I told her, "I don't know Kandi like that. I don't know Kandi. I just heard of Kandi." And then Sheree said, "Yeah, when Kandi is not talking about me or you or other people, she eating chicken or doing licking somebody's stuff." And then so she said, "Well, Candace say not in the gym room." And then so they all kind of laughed about it. And then they went on, and then they went to the next scene. And the next scene was with yeah yeah and the next scene was well, the scene before that was Sonya with her sister, and they got to talking, and the Sonya's sister was telling Sonya that she don't have no boundaries, and that when she get ready after she get ready to eat dinner and stuff, she want to take her kids to the park and play, and she be wanting her kids to go to sleep and stuff like that. And Sonya was saying that all of her family live off of her, and that they eat off of her, and her sister is her stylist, and her sister's husband, which is her brother-in-law, is her manager now, and she's trying to get him in real estate. And I'm looking at this girl is so ungrateful. Sonya's giving her a roof over her head and all that kind of stuff, because Sonya says her mama and her daddy and her sister and her two children, and then her and her kids, and she's talking about it's a house full. And I was saying to Sonya, "Your sister's right. You gotta set some boundaries. You need to tell your sister that that y'all could stay for a certain amount of time for a certain amount of time, but then you got to give them a time to get on their feet, and you got to tell them, I'm giving you so much time to get on your feet, and then you gonna have to do it because the way she was talking to Sayna in her own house, that was plain disrespectful. And then anyway, then it switched to the next scene, and then the next scene was with Kandi and Todd at the house, and was at the house and stuff, and Kandi was telling Todd that she need to make that she decided to not do some projects to make time for the family because at the beginning of the show when she was with Carmen and them, they showed her FaceTime and Ace, and he was crying and he wanted her to come home, and she said, well, I put some stuff to the side just to come home to have family time, meet the family, and you over here. He said, well, I told you I'm trying to write a movie script, and I got some plays and stuff going on. And she said, well, you need to come on for family time. And Todd said, well, Kandi, when you be doing your projects and I have stuff to do, I put my stuff to the side and drop my stuff to help you out. I just want you to do the same. She said, but I wanted to help you, but the day that you wanted me to help you at 11 o'clock, I had something else going on, and I told you to ask your friend, could you push it back, the reading, and you said no, and then come to find out that the person that didn't work with that person's schedule either. He had to push his stuff back. So Todd told the person who was on the phone that he had to go. He had to go, and so he had to leave. And then they went on and ate dinner. And then it switched to the next scene. And the next scene was Marlo talking to the no next scene before that was Kenya showing her daughter some dresses. He said, ooh, I'm gonna be pretty, I'm gonna be a little princess. And then after that, Marlo was in the kitchen and she was talking to the boy. Said, ooh, I smell something. She said, yeah, we decided to cook breakfast. And cook breakfast. She said, oh, y'all gonna cook breakfast? She said, yeah, it sure smell good. And then Marlo says since last episode, she has been really going to this life coach, and the life coach named Sharon. So right after she did the little introduction, Sharon came in, and Sharon asked Marlo, she said, what's going on with y'all? How's things going? And they said, things are going just well and stuff. And she said, what about the mission statement I told y'all to write? And then Marlo said, well, I wrote one, but I forgot what I wrote. And then Marlo said, well, I am changing from what I did last year, because, last year I kind of kicked the boys out because I needed stuff, and I had some problems. I needed some stuff going on. And then Sharon said, well, don't blame yourself. That at least you are working on that. And then William said, it was not only our Aunt Marlo, we was having problems too, adjusting. Our mama was in jail, and she was doing this and she doing. And then so Marlo said in her confessional that her sister got out of that mental facility, and her sister ain't even tried to call her or ask about the boys. And so and so she said, well, did you find the mission statement? And then William said, well, it's something like this, where we want to be a family, we want to be together. And she said, oh yeah, if that's the case, well then we're going to try to listen to each other, and we're going to try to listen to each other and respect each other and be as a family. She said, oh, if that's part of your mission statement, well then y'all need to take a picture. And then Marlo said, yeah, it was something like that I said. And so next thing you know, it switched to before it switched to the next scene, Marlo said in her confessional that she likes this gentle mama parenting thing. She really like it, and she really stuff. And what it is to me, this is the more softer side of Marlo. But what it is, I think Marlo just really wants to make sure that she doing her part to to keep her peach and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, after that, they showed everybody getting ready for the party, and Kandi was showing Todd some outfits, and she said, "Todd, you think these outfits right here?" She had some outfits laying on the bed. She said, "You think these outfits right here is gonna be the theme for the Harlem Nights party?" He said, "Yeah, that's like 30, 40, 50 stuff to me." He said, "I'm gonna wear my hat." She said, "If you wear that hat, Marlo gonna be asking you for a job." He said, "Kandi, you stupid." And then switch to the next thing. They showed Ralph getting out the car. They showed Sheree showing up with Martell. They showed Kenya showing up by herself. They showed Kandi and Todd showing up, and they showed Martell and her husband showing up. And so Sonya had introduced Courtney to Kandi, and to Kandi and Martell, and Sheree. and also Kenya. And so next thing you know, Sheree and I mean Sheree went over there and was talking to Martell, and next thing you know, Kenya and what you call kind of went over that way, and Marlo was in the middle of gambling, and Marlo saying, "Woo, I see some stuff going on." She told me, "Yeah, I see some stuff going on. I'm just gonna watch and wait and see, but I'm gonna be over here quiet to myself and trying to win me some money." And then next thing you know, Courtney said to Kandi, she said, "Kandi, I got a friend named Dana, and my friend named Dana said that you was going around researching me and Googling me and asking people about me and stuff and saying that we were friends." And I told her, "No, we not friends. I don't know Kandi like that. I don't know." And Kandi said, "No." Kandi said, "I know the same person, Dana." And Dana was asking me, "Did I know you, Courtney?" And I said no. And then I started asking some of the people that I know, and they said, "No, they have never heard of you either." So I'm not gonna lie, I did research you, I did Google you and stuff. And she was saying, "Well, yeah, like I said, I was just stating facts." And Kelly said, wait a minute, why you coming at me like this with this weird energy and this attitude?" She said, "Well, I'm just stating facts. I really don't know you like that. And why are you telling Kelly?" Said, "I didn't tell nobody that I knew you like that. I just said that I didn't know you and the people that," and so it went back and forth, back and forth. And then Candace said, "You better walk that back. This energy you got and this attitude." She said, "I'm just saying." And Candace said, "Look, y'all better get her." She was talking to the other girl. She said, "Y'all better get her." She said, "If y'all don't get her, I'm about to headbutt this botch." And then the next thing you know, Todd was coming around, standing around, everybody looking around. Then switch to the next scene. And then the next scene was Martell and Kenya. They went over there and they was talking to Sheree, and they told Sheree that they wanted to talk to her about Martell and stuff. And then they had Marlo in confession, and Marlo said, "Ooh, I see some tea about the brew, and I'm finna sip it." And she said, "At least I ain't in it this time." And then it switched back to the scene. And then Martell say, "Sheree, you know the streets are talking. The streets are saying that Martell cheated on you with another one while you was dating." And Sheree say, "That's a lie. That's a lie." And Sheree say, "If that did happen, and if he did do that, that's on him." She said, "Because I'm a Ferrari and that other person is a Toyota." And then Kenya said, "Well, he tried to slide into my DMs." And then Sheree said, "Oh, really, Kenya? He said tried to slide into your DMs." She said, "Well, since y'all got all this going on and all this stuff about the streets and the rumors," she said, "Martell over there, I'm finna call him over there." So she waved Martell over there to call, and then the show went off. And then right after when the show went off, they had the little writing at the bottom, and then they had it in big words, "To be continued." So like I said, all in all, this episode was good. I liked it. This episode, it was just what people were saying, because they had some of the blogs that were saying this was going to be a good episode, which it is a good episode. But I was just saying to myself, how somebody going to come from another show, how somebody going to come from Love and Marriage DC on as cause just as much mess on the Housewives as he did on his show. So that lets me know that this man is crazy, and he one of them kind of characters that you would love to hate. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.